And let's see. That's streaming. Come over here. Mute it. Come back here. Open that up. Mute that tab. Make sure everything is running there as well. All right. Looks like everything's running in both locations. Once again, I have conquered the internet. Your mileage may vary. So I'm going to start by finishing out the creation of the new Mastermind. Then we'll finish out the storyline on Red Rain Ripper. And then we'll come back and level up the Mastermind, or start. The new character is the Bruisefather. He's a leader of the gang. Knock knocks. Good evening / morning to you. And let me see. I actually do have a character description. Let me cut and paste that. Leader of the Bruise Brothers gang, also known as the Black and Blue Boys, the Bruisefather is determined to clean up his neighborhood, and all neighborhoods, from cheap punk gangs. Unfortunately, he wants the neighborhoods cleaned up so his boys can take over. So that makes him a relative good guy? Shades of gray and all that. We'll go through Galaxy City. So I went with thugs. We'll go ahead and enter game. We can skip through. I mean, this is the comic book intro with the leader of the good guys, the statesman, Lord Ambiguity. Yeah, I did notice that again. This was kind of shades of gray. The other guy is just plain evil, but he's helping out the good guys because they let him get away with it. And there's Lord Recluse. And bad things are happening, so now we enter the game. Let me see. That, I believe, is what we need. Start with that there. That there. That can go there. And that's there. So we'll go ahead and summon our one gangsta. Well, yeah, enough on this server to get to 50. I already got 50 on the other server. All right, we have our first punk. And he obviously needs a new name. Bruise Brother. Ugh. It's too long. Alright. Disappointed I can't have longer names than that. He's Brother Barry. We are the Bruise Brothers.
Blue Spectrum is up ahead. If you can find him, he can help you escape. These monsters are all over the place. Fight some off before meeting with Blue Spectrum.
To select any enemy, left-click on them or press tab.
Yeah,
to attack, left-click your power in the power tray.
Let's remove that. And I think we're going to need to move these up to there, where I can see them. Well, he's beating the crap out of stuff.
You need to push forward.
I've leveled up.
An SOS from Blue Spectrum. He's in trouble.
I need to help out Blue Spectrum because he's in trouble. No, he's a berry. He's definitely a berry. All the Bruise brothers are going to be named B names.
Blue Spectrum is hurt.
I'm going to save him.
Powers. Help him out by letting him... Blue Spectrum seems okay now. He'll guard this area. Longbow needs your help up ahead.
Let's see. Throwing knives. Yeah, we can certainly make use of those. Let's see. We got anything else? Doesn't look like it. No. Newman of the Freedom Phalanx contacts you from Atlas Park.
To increase your powers.
Left-click on an NPC to begin interacting with it. Select Train to Next Level to choose a new power.
Let's see. Dual wield. I think I'll just use pistols, as it's pretty straightforward. Dual wield can wait for now. That'll come off. Be able to use that much faster. Let's see. What we got a goodie. We got a badge. Let's open that up and go to here before we forget. Probably not Swedish names, but I could be convinced.
Those monsters are blocking the teleportation system. Defeat them so you can get out of here.
You are now in a zone event. You can work together with other players towards a common goal.
Alright, this will move over to there. Those can stay there. The thug calling can go there. Probably want that. The cooldown on the caltrops is way longer than I thought it was. I mean, the alternative is that I give them one-letter names, so we get Bruise Brother A, B, so on. Normal Swedish names with the first letter changed to B. Oh, well, of course, Lars I know. Brick, I'm going to assume is Eric. No, it depends. If you'd gone, say, with Bike and Bavid and Bative, I would have gotten exactly what you were going for. I need to move my stuff. There we are. So, in fact, I would say it was funny, it just didn't translate in this case. Because for all I know, Bars, Brick, and Bohan were actually names. There, well, I'm sure the caltrops are going to slow this enormous monster. Sadly, we're just not doing that much damage to this guy in any big hurry. And Barry is kind of hurting over there. I'm going to take a quick knee and get my health back up. I was a little concerned about this as to whether a mastermind or, say, even a controller or something like that would be able to... how long it would take to finish off the Galaxy City tutorial bit. The answer is a while. This down here, I think that would be a good place for it. Okay, my punk is dead, which isn't great. Alright, Barry's back, and there's going to be trouble. Yeah, so I will have to change my advice. He's pushed back into the pit. Good. I got a temporary power. Okay. Good.
You should be in a longbow safe zone, but it won't last much longer. The people of Atlas Park need you now.
Send me to Atlas Park. Well, part of it is going to be that it's the Galaxy City part. I mean, if I'd chosen Outbreak or Breakout, then you've got to kill like a grand total of 6 guys. Regular guys. And that would have been a lot faster. Matthew Hibashi needs to speak to me. Bruisefather, right? My name's Matthew Hibashi. I'm with the Federal Bureau of Superpowered Affairs, the FSBA. FBSA. I always get those confused. You okay? Getting out of Galaxy City? I just barely got out myself. I am, but what are we doing to recover? Atlas Park has seen much better days, Bruisefather. All the refugees from Galaxy City are being sent here, either to find loved ones that are lost or for support. However, the majority of the police force is fighting in Galaxy City, leaving Atlas ripe for the picking. That's why the FBSA sent me down here, to work with heroes like you to try and take back Atlas Park. Are you ready? Funny enough, the Twitch stream is 4 seconds in the future compared to YouTube. Yeah, it takes YouTube a couple of seconds to actually start the stream. Part 1, Demons and Gangsters. Man, if we didn't have enough problems with Galaxy City, the Hellions are terrorizing the neighborhood nearby. Majority of Paragon Police Department's too busy, blah, blah, blah. Just tell me where to go and I'll help those people. They're in they're in a neighborhood in the west of Atlas Plaza. You've got to thin out their numbers, then what remains of PPD can take control of the situation. Be careful, Bruisefather, these Hellions aren't your run-of-the-mill gangsters. These guys are demon worshippers. Yeah, I don't care. Good evening, Fat Buddy, my friend. And hola. Well, we have gotten out of the starting bit for the new character. So we're going to go back to Red Rain Ripper. Pretty sure it's Ripper. And get him to 30. And then we'll bob back onto the new Mastermind. And start leveling him up. Missions, locate the disturbance in the Night Ward. I can do that. Ah, that's right. We have a portal just waiting for us, conveniently located for our convenience. This entire area looks devastated. Could whatever have done this been the spell that promoted all the zygotes? Talk to the last man on Earth. Map unavailable. Okay. He's not that way. I see a man. He's the last man on Earth. He will be tough if I have to fight him, because I didn't set my notoriety on this character. As in that he is a level higher than me and a lieutenant. I wasn't expecting you. Who were you expecting, last man on Earth? What's he look like? Let's see. He's, not really fashion forward, but okay. Who are you? No one could have survived. First off, who are you? Call me, Elmo. How did you survive? I killed everyone. You didn't kill me. Now tell me what happened here. I had enough. No one believed I had the power to do what I threatened. No one would give in to my demands, so I showed them. I cast a spell to destroy the world, just like I threatened I would. Okay? You know, as a mass-murdering sociopath, my character finds this guy troubling. You destroyed the entire world. Killed everyone and destroyed everything. Only I was left... Is he fighting? Left alone. Now I am the last man on... Oh, he is. All right. I mean, just to show people, killing an entire world, to me, as the aforementioned mass-murdering sociopath, seems a bit much. A little much. It certainly does explain why a whole bunch of magic got used up, though. Destroying a world, probably pretty magic intensive. Oh, that's the trilogy, right? Fireballs. Over here. No, I missed it. Contact. Fireball. There we go. I see. Thanks for the report. Some crazy wizard nuked his whole world? We called that a tilt-a-weight back in the day. Holy shit, that's an old guy reference. The odds that anyone here understands a tilt-a-weight without Googling. Tilt-a-weight was the biggest, baddest-ass spell in wizardry. The original wizardry. Which I think was just an Apple II Plus game, or Apple II game. Tilt-a-weight was if you had a wizard, and you got the top level, you would get a tilt-a-weight, and it would do a huge buttload of damage. That's a hell of a reference these guys pulled out. We called that a tilt-a-weight back in the day. But haven't seen anyone do that on that scale before. Glad you took the LMOE out. Last man on Earth. Oh, I get it now. He called himself Elmo. Elmo. Oh, I see. He knew what he was doing. Crazy. Twig napping. Oh, man. Oh, man. These low-down black knights. I knew we couldn't trust them. One of our embodiments, spells that live inside magic objects, has been taken by them. I need you to get him back. I can rescue the embodiment for you. Great. His name is Barclay Twigworth? Don't ask. He's an animated staff, and I bet that low-down Sir Morgan is behind all this. Okay. Yeah, Wizardry 8 came quite a long time after the very first Wizardry did. And now I have to check. It is just necessary that I check. Tilt-A-Weight. If I Google Tilt-A-Weight, in the Wizardry OVA, original version, I don't know. Tilt-A-Weight is a powerful spell that surrounds someone in a ball of energy and kills them. You have to go down to the MMORPG forums. The first one is Mutants and Masterminds subreddit. The second one is TTLG.com forums. Board Game Geek has it. Wizardry Tilt-A-Weight card game from 1991. The Wizardry Wiki it finally shows up on. Yeah, so. Does 10 to 150 points of damage to all monsters. That's Tilt-A-Weight. Wizardry was a complete eye-opener to me at the time. It's because, it was a turn-based D&D game. And the original Wizardry had to have come out in 82, 83? Let me find out. Original Wizardry game. Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord, 1980. Did I get another raid? Wow. Arethius again has raided me with 25 people and still not getting a notification from Streamlabs. I poked around at it and it seemed like everything was working well. It clearly isn't. By the way, Arethius, thank you very, very much for the raid. Hi, guys. I'm Lens, for those of you who might be here for your first time. And probably last if you're smart. I hope everyone's having an awesome... It's Wednesday, right? It is Wednesday, isn't it? Yay, I got the day of the week right. When you get to a certain age, occasionally you lose track. I hope your stream went well. And thank you again very, very much for bringing people around. I'm just pushing this character to hit level 30. And then my brand new... Ooh, another player. I always like to check. Dr. Mentok Mind Taker. Nice. I would have gone with Dr. Mentok Mind Taster. But Taker is very good. Well, I certainly appreciate every one of you who comes back. Anyone can join a stream once, but to come back, clearly you've suffered a recent head trauma. I mean, clearly you're impressed. No, I'm going to go with the head trauma thing. So I'm going to finish getting this character to 30, and a little bit earlier, I finished the creation of my new Mastermind character, and I will be playing him, start leveling him up after I hit 30, and as you can tell, I'm like 2.5 bubbles away. And right now, I'm trying to rescue an intelligent staff. Just a couple minutes ago, I killed the last man on Earth, Elmo, L-M-O-E. I liked the L-M-O-E. Got off work? Oh, yeah, well, work frequently can be described generously as head trauma and less generously as just being entirely traumatic. It's more Black Knights, but they're low level. We won't be getting a whole bunch of XP from these guys. This is my Claws Regeneration Scrapper, who I've had an enormous amount of fun playing. I'm going to assume that Barclay Twigworth, that's the name of the staff, is upstairs. Hey, okay, how is it that the second floor... Oh, I guess we went down. Okay. I was about to ask, how is it that the second floor is flooded and the first floor isn't? but it appears we actually went down. So, yeah. We're looking for Barclay, Mr. Barclay Twigworth, and I call him Mr., even though he's actually a big piece of wood. And I see Nodnox is resubscribed. Thank you very, very much, Nodnox. And I got a notification. I assume you heard the notification. Why I'm not getting notified when I get raided, I don't know. But it's pissing me off. On live, my highest level scrapper. Are we going down deeper? No, that's up. Okay. My highest scrapper was the Candiru, who was a spines. I'm not sure what his secondary was. And for those of you who are not familiar with the Candiru is an Amazonian, a small Amazonian catfish that famously can swim up your urethra and then panic and stick out spines. Would not recommend. On live, my highest level character, I never reached the cap on live, despite the amount I played, because, well, here's a surprise, I was an alt whore even then. Was in the 40s, and he was a dark defender. I mean, who would bring their captive, intelligent piece of wood into a place this wet? I mean, he's going to warp for sure. It's Sir Morgan. This is supposedly who they thought probably had. Well, I've got to say Sir Morgan's pretty tough. Oh, nice big hanging crit on that one. Thank you, Red Rain Ripper. Those Black Knights seem to have some nefarious reasons for kidnapping me. This is my friend the Staff. A little weird. My new friend, a Staff. So earlier today, I found out something I was completely unaware of, that there is, in fact, mods for this game. I mean, I knew there was macros, and I need to actually do a little bit more reading on macros, because, I mean, that was back in the game back when. But there are mods available for the game, and I need to install those a little later and take a browse at those. Let me talk to the guy who gave me the quest, a living fireball. We never figured out what they wanted with Barclay. At least Barclay is safe. Is that the last of the quest line with him? It seems like it is. So, let's see. First Ward, Mistress Maria. Okay, we had Fireball. We know him. There was Trilogy. I guess I talked with Trilogy. I must have talked with Trilogy. All right. We'll get a quest from Trilogy then. Certainly, I have enjoyed the Claw regen Scrapper. He hasn't died yet, so regen has been good enough, even maybe when I'm not. And Claw has been good because the rotation is tight enough that I don't feel like I ever have to fill in. I always have, or almost always have something up unless, you know, my recharge speed has been slowed. I chose poorly. There we are. All right, Trilogy, what do you got for me? The pages of the story open, anxious to show themselves to you. The final book, Chapter 7. The third book of Trilogy opens to a random page. Red Rain Ripper was beginning to miss Mercenary's company, even as gruff as he was. He missed the jokes, the constant movie references. Holy shit, I'm Mercenary, evidently. Didn't say bad jokes, but you can take that as a given. But he knew that Mercenary had some things to deal with that were best dealt with on his own. That's true. I, myself, am a solitary soul. Also, full of bullshit. Mercenary promised to be back in soon, but that didn't make the separation any easier. Red Rain Ripper's thoughts turned to Epoch. To Epoch. My thoughts have in fact been turning to Last Epoch a great deal. I've been playing a lot lately, and I'm looking forward to the launch on the 21st. So far, it's like this book read the story of my life. I would try to sell my autobiography, but no one was interested. Story of my life. Oh my god, the jokes. Red Rain Ripper's thoughts turned to Epoch as he ventured on the road back to the valley. Epoch had taught him many things, but dealing with loss would be the final lesson he would learn. He would teach. Turn the page of Chapter 7 on the final book. Red Rain Ripper's eyes never looked up from the road he tread upon back to the valley. His first indication of any trouble was the scent of burning wood. He lifted his eyes to see the columns of smoke rising from his childhood home. His first thought was not of his own homestead, but Epoch's home on the hill. He noted it was fully engulfed in flames. Whatever secrets it hid were being lost to the fire. He saw some robots located just outside the house. If Infinity was after anything of value, these robots would likely be carrying it. So, I have to defeat the robots to recover whatever they found. Interesting narrative hooks we have in the last part of the first ward and the night ward. First parts. Still reeling from the loss of Epoch, our hero was about to be in for an even bigger surprise. Well, we got everything's burning, everything's on fire. And we got a robot, a mender bot. Ah, okay. So, these are the alternate universe version of the Clockwork. All right. The house on the hill was burning. Well, which one's that? I mean, that house is on fire. The big houses there are on fire. Would that be the house on the hill? Doesn't look like it's on fire. It's a nice house, though. Let's assume that's the one they're talking about. Sticking up through the forest. Bonk. Nope, they're not talking about that one. Well, what we can do is do a quick trace out on the edges of the map, as that will tell us what part of the play zone we're talking about. Bonk. Well, this appears to be the house that's burning. It wasn't really up on a hill. I cannot enter. Well, this is a really, really big thing, but I don't think it's a house. Warehouse? Is a warehouse a house? I'm dubious. Well, let's beat up some more bad guys. Oh, I too speak fluent binary. In fact, to prove it, I am 111 years old. What the hell? Something hit. Oh, I guess one of them was breathing something. Don't try to run away. Okay, that was it. That was it. Gotta say, so far, while being interesting, these missions are extremely quick. I see what you did, Admiral Kage. I see that. I will make no further comment upon it other than I see that. Did you know a pun is the lowest form of humor life? I myself would never resort to a pun. Whoop! I mean, it's not like I have a character named Antimatter. Auntie. 3 Mile Eileen. With the valiant flames, Red Rain Ripper was shaken into action. He now possessed the book that the robots were taking from Epoch's home, but reading it was something else entirely. What secrets lay within? Lay within? Layin? Within? Why would Infinity want this tome? All of these questions and more raced through Red Rain Ripper's head, and little did he realize that the answers were soon to come. The books are anxious to finish the story. Chapter 2, the second book. The second book of Trilogy opens to a random page. Red Rain Ripper and Epoch were stunned that the robots would strike back so soon. It was a small force easily handled, but they had just saved the valley only a week ago. Where were these robots coming from? The big city? It seemed like a good place to start. Anti-bladder. I'll buy that. That seems good. I mean, that's a pun. We don't truck with puns round here. Use a pun, go to hell. That's the law. As Red Rain Ripper and Epoch made their way into the big city, they realized, by the way, use a gun, go to jail was an old anti-gun ad. And so use a pun, go to hell is my own pun joke. Never mind. They realized that there were no people around, only robots milling about. What happened here? Where did the people go? They needed answers, and they needed them fast, but they had no one to ask. Red Rain Ripper was about to speak when they heard a man's voice bellow out over another block. Epoch and Red Rain Ripper bolted in the direction of the sounds in search of more answers. Look what you've done, Admiral Kage. We now have 010101. Punning here, too. That's Epoch, a companion. He's a boss. He may be a boss, but he's dressed in, like, PJs. You know? All right, we got more robotses. Ah, the old "I merely did exactly what you told me to" defense. As if I'm going to buy that. Oh, I have to talk to Epoch. Yeah. Professor PJs, I'll call him. It was quite a shock to see these robots strike back so soon, said Epoch. If we act quickly, we should be able to stop them with less effort this time. He agreed, but in his mind, he knew it wouldn't be that easy. Fine, you answered my question. So thoughtful. You familiar with the concept of malicious compliance? I can assure you that much of my professional career was dedicated to the concept of malicious compliance. Wow, Professor PJ's got a little bzzzt in him. Always got to get the mender first. If I ever learned anything from my days as a dungeon master, always make sure your mobs attack the healers first. That's just common sense. Gotta say, Epoch, kind of badass, actually. Not bad having an escort who actually kicks the crap out of stuff. Kind of like that. Enemy robot. Well, I mean, it's not like they've all been friendly up to here. I really would wonder what a hex dump or ASCII read on whatever these robots are saying would be. Because I know if I was doing the design for this quest, those would have an actual ASCII meaning. Talk to Mercenary. The man caught his breath. Thank you kindly, sir. I've been busting robots for a couple months now. He looked the pair up and down and realized something. You wouldn't perchance happen to be the ones who shut them down for the past month or so, would you? You must have us confused with someone else, he said. He wasn't one to brag about his exploits. You have a name? I am Red Rain Ripper, and this here is Epoch. That's no matter. If you are, you aren't. You saved my skin, and now I owe you one. Name's Mercenary. I usually sell my services to the highest bidder, but the robots, those I take out for free. Mercenary looked at both of them and admitted, I'll be honest, it's been tough going taking. As though the story continued, the Duro was now a trio, and Infinity and his robots would have even more to watch out for. Okay. The Seasoned Book, Chapter 2. And so Red Rain Ripper and Epoch were joined by the rough-around-the-edges Mercenary. Mercenary's reasons for joining them seemed obvious, but in reality he was holding back a key piece of information, one that could possibly be the key to destroying Infinity and the robots once and for all. The first book of the trilogy opens to a random page. Red Rain Ripper was simple folk. Yes, clearly, I consider myself to be just simple folk. Leading a simple life. He worked on a farm with their family. Their entire life. They knew nothing outside the valley they grew up in. Occasionally, a salesman would come to town with stories of the big cities and their superpowered beings saving the day or causing havoc. Red Rain Ripper harbored a secret. He had powers too. But there was really no good use for them here in the valley. So Red Rain Ripper continued to toil about the farm, secretly wanted to be a character in the stories, as told by those salesmen. But here in the valley, today, no one needed to be saved. But today was destined to be something different. Red Rain Ripper's father had tasked him with gathering the tools left out in the fields from the day's work before nightfall came. Little did they know that finally a day that needed to be saved would come to the valley. Well, I'm going to go save the day in the valley. I'm going to be the hero, guys. Your mileage may vary. It was a brisk autumn day, but the sun would set soon. Everything seemed so peaceful. 6 pieces of equipment. Hup. Yup. Yup. Whoop. fields. We're growing pumpkins, looks like. We're going to get a hum when we're close, I hope. Oh, nope. We do. Boxes. Okay, boxes of tools. Pieces of equipment come in boxes, it seems. I still hear I hear more thrumming. I hear less thrumming. Ah, here we are. Two. Three. 3 boxes of equipment. Ah. That's not one. It looks the same, but it doesn't hum. 3:35, you know, that's a reasonable time to go to bed. There was a time in my life where I went to bed at 4 a.m. every morning, got up at noon, and then went to work at about 3. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very kind. And have a good night's sleep. Thanks for hanging. And thank you for the puns. Oh my God, I can't believe I said that. That hurt. Caused me physical pain. All right, where are the robots? I have to destroy some robots. I see a robot. Oh, I like his name. One robot. That's all you guys got for me is one robot? That's kind of underwhelming. Dealing with the invading robots, Red Rain Ripper stood perplexed. Why had they come to the valley? What were they after? And who was going to clean up the fields now that there were robot parts all over them? Red Rain Ripper hoped it wouldn't be him. The final book, Chapter 25, the 3rd book of Trilogy, opens to a random page. Red Rain Ripper wished Mercenary was at his side, but he was busy with his own problems right now. Red Rain Ripper would need to face the final battle, as he faced the first one, with only himself and his superpowers at his disposal. Would it be enough? Red Rain Ripper was confident that it would be. It was the final confrontation. The final confrontation. With Infinity, the leader of the robots, brother and murderer of his mentor, Epoch. Red Rain Ripper stood at the entrance to the underground lab that Infinity used as a base of operations. This would be it. Infinity would pay for what he did. Red Rain Ripper would see to that. Yeah, I'm going to see to that. I'm going to slice him up. In the words of a famous computer game character, fresh meat. This would prove to be the final chapter. We got spots. Howdy, boys. More bots. Lots of bots. I do love a twofer. is a level 30. So we'll finish up this quest. And then we are off to our new mastermind. Well, we'll train up, too. It's a builder. We'll call him Bob. Because, of course, we will. And our level up buff is about to run off. Good time zone. That's a very nice way of putting it. From me, good evening to you in a time zone independent fashion. Kids watched an egregious amount of Bob the Builder. Well, my understanding is that was a relatively common occurrence. I have no idea how bad or not bad that might be. There's Infinity, who we need to take out. You have a badge earned, the Technophobe badge. I myself I would have to describe myself as more of a technophile than a phobe. My greatest adversary, hopefully this will be short. Well, I intend on making it as short as I can. Red Rain Ripper gazed upon Infinity and met his steely gaze. They knew this would be their last encounter together. It would all end here and now. Infinity gathered his power. An endless repeat of the same problem solved by songs and platitudes. Well, that's... My understanding is that a lot of them will listen to the same song or watch the same movie on a loop for weeks and months and even years at a time. I never had any kids. Both I and the world are grateful for this. He stood still and waited for Infinity to make the move. He didn't give him the chance. He powered up and took aim. Time to die. You first. Is this it? Impossible. Perhaps. And yet, there we are. And so the sun set on the valley, safe once again from the forces of Infinity. The days would be brighter now that the shadow of evil was forever cleansed. Our heroes, Mercenary and Red Rain Ripper, looked forward to the coming days. No more evil robots. Red Rain Ripper wished Epoch could be here to share in the joy, but that was impossible. He knew that Epoch was smiling down upon them from wherever he was, though, and that was comforting thought. The second book. The second book of Trilogy opens to a random page. Mercenary caught his breath. That last battle had exhausted him, but now he needed to regain his strength for this upcoming battle. What? Red Rain Ripper, soldier on. Injuries not limiting him in any way. Epoch had uncovered this lab where the robots were assembling the Fractian superweapon using the cipher uncovered by Mercenary 2 weeks prior. It was very fortunate that the robots hadn't changed their ciphers, or the trio would never have uncovered the place. They climbed through smelly sewers and cramped ventilation units until their knees were raw and their sweat poured from their brows. I hate a sweaty brow, because in my case, my brow goes all the way back to the nape of my neck. Mercenary cracked wise at one point, pulling out a lighter and imitating an action hero. Come out to the coast, we'll get together, have a few laughs. Red Rain Ripper chuckled at the reference, where Epoch just shushed them both. They were on a clandestine mission, after all. They knew that the main component to the Fractian was in this lab, and as was the Fractian's inventor, who would need to be defeated if they hoped to prevent the Fractian from simply being rebuilt. I am going to head back into the main room. If I can remember exactly where it is. That's not it. That's it. There we are. I'm going to train up, and then I'm going to swap over to the Mastermind character I created a little earlier. And we're going to start leveling him up. Because I can never play a single character too long, or my tiny little brain gets bored. Well, confront. Don't need confront. Just wanted to let me know. The one who lurks during your recent streams has been enjoying the humor and gameplay. Now back to lurking. Well, thank you. Obviously, thank you. And lurk or chat, whichever you're comfortable with. I appreciate the chat. I appreciate the lurk. Appreciate you just hanging out. I'm going to grab Shockwave. What's Moment of Glory? Activate this power. Gain resistance and defense to all damage types except psionics. Recover endurance more quickly. Are highly resistant to knockback, sleep, disorient, immobilization, and hold effects. Sounds pretty momentous. Moment of Glory sounds good depending on which side of the wall you're on. Well, I mean, wouldn't a minute of glory would be better than a moment of glory? And if there was a button for 45 minutes of glory, I would totally be there. More damage. More defense. I'm going with Moment of Glory. My damage is pretty good. Mercedes Sheldon has contacted me. New contact. Hello, Red Rain Ripper. I'm a member of the Midnight Squad. Ashley McKnight gave me your number. I require your assistance at the Midnighter Club as soon as possible. Hello. I've picked up some inside information about Arachnos and their investigation into Praetori. I've got all these things flying by. Contact has now been added to your contact window. This story takes place after the events of issue 23. Issue 23, which was the one right after issue 22. Where's my big... there's the big Moment of Glory. We can get rid of that. Well, no, we'll keep that there for now. All right, that'll do. Yeah, that'll do. All right, so I can also now get another quest from Montague. But as I said, back to character select. And back to my brand new mastermind who I just created. The Bruisefather, leader of the gang, the Bruise Brothers. Oh, Moment of Glory. I got the Moment of Glory reference now. The Moment of Glory hole. My goodness. I'm a family-friendly stream, and I can't have that sort of innuendo about someone receiving sloppy blowjobs in a public restroom. I just can't have that. Oh, wait. I just said that out loud. Yeah, never mind. It's good. Show me the wares. Okay, first of all, we're not going to screw around. We're going to get the experience boosters. Yeah, it took me a sec. The old man, he's not as fast as he used to be. He was never that fast to start with. So sometimes there's a little bit of a hang time on something like that. We'll go ahead and we'll get 2 hours. Let's see. The temporary powers. There are a couple of these that I want as well. Summon, travel, experience boosters, amplifiers, temporary powers, attack. They're supposed to be available right off the bat that make things a little easier. Prestige powers, maybe? Probably? Possibly? The Nemesis staff was one of them. And Black Wand was the other. Yes. Good evening. Yes, at the start of the stream, I ran him through Galaxy City very, very slowly. The big monster is really slow going when you're soloing with a mastermind. So, let's see. That's the caltrops. We're going to move these upstairs. We'll grab the two powers we just nabbed. Nemesis Staff and Black Wand. And we can always yank that back down the throwing knives if we need to. Alright, I need to defeat 5 Hellions. Oh, first things first. Brother Barry. I'm the Bruisefather. They kind of need to be Bruise Brothers. But that's as far as we can make them. But I can name them by their full name, Bruise Brother A. They're just going to... I'm going to reduce them to first letters. Okay, it's not fair to them. But they're the Bruise Brothers and I'm the Bruisefather. So, there we go. Hellions. I missed. Well, the gang is named the Bruise Brothers. I mean, going something like that. For instance, he was Brother Barry. No, this guy's a blood brother brawler. So he's you know, if he was smart, he'd join my gang. Instead, he's with these guys, who are a bunch of losers, clearly. I found a clue. Ha ha, all you guys who said I don't have a clue, losers. I obviously have a clue. Was that 5? That didn't feel like 5. Now, that's not a bad choice to go with first name brother instead of brother first name. I really just wanted, you know, if they gave me 4 or 5 more characters, I'd be good. I was going to give them all B names. It was going to be Bruise Brother Barry, Bruise Brother Ben, and I had another one. I'm going to consider my options. Sounds like the Hellions are either planning something big or they know something big is about to happen. I'll admit I'm kind of new to the whole business of taking down criminals like this. I was just a guy working behind a desk before the Galaxy incident. I think I have an idea what we can do next, however. What are you thinking? Officer Nielsen is taking charge of the PPD's cleanup of that neighborhood. He'll know about anything going on with the Hellions. I'd go talk to him. Oh, yeah. Here's my cell phone number. You can call me at any time. This way of communication is much more efficient. Whoop! Whoa! Yep. And now, police everywhere. Bruisefather, right? I heard you're responsible for helping us take back this area. Oh, for those who weren't around for the introduction earlier, let me... Character description. Leader of the Bruise Brothers gang, also known as the Black and Blue Boys, the Bruisefather is determined to clean up his neighborhood, and all neighborhoods, from cheap punk gangs. Unfortunately, he wants the neighborhoods cleaned up so his boys can take over. That makes him a relative good guy. Shades of gray and all that. Yeah, can you tell me any more about Hellion activity? I could write a whole book about how many problems the Hellions are giving us. They're over in Prometheus Park right now. We've got reports they've kidnapped several people and are trying to take others in the park. Someone has to stop them, but we just don't have the manpower to keep this neighborhood safe and go after them. It'll be up to you to make that happen, Bruisefather. I'm on it. Leave it to me. We'll get those punks out of here. We're the only punks we're going to be around here. Now, I'm actually thinking that your first name / last name of Bruise is a better solution than the one I'd come up with. Huh. You know, giving him A, B, C as names is so impersonal. Alright, I finally hit something with that. Nice little knockback it's got going for it. That's a level for me. While we've got the buff, let's beat the crap out of some more bad guys. That's 2. I need 2 more. Hello? Are you a bad guy? You look like you might be a bad guy. I know a little something about bad guys myself. And 1 more to go. That looked like that might have hurt. Hope so. There we go. Out of the Hellions Underground. Ugh. I swim so fast that my scarf stood up out of the water. Ah, yes, they are thugs. If you missed it, it's pretty quick. Leader of the Bruise Brothers gang. He is the Bruisefather. Leader of the Bruise Brothers gang, also known as the Black and Blue Boys, the Bruisefather is determined to clean up his neighborhood and all neighborhoods from cheap punk gangs. Unfortunately, he wants the neighborhoods cleaned up so his boys can take over. So that makes him a relative good guy. Shades of gray and all that. Another hero in here. Hi, guys. There we go. We got that taken care of. Now we get back out. And yes, they are thugs. My character's a thug. He's just the most adorable little thug. See, I've already got undead, mercenaries, robots, and demons. So my options were a little bit limited if I wanted something new. Animals supposed to be pretty good. Ninjas are supposed to be pretty weak. But the thugs were supposed to be really good. So, thugs. Matthew here. Oh, Bruisefather. Good to hear from you. What's going on with the Hellion situation? I found an artifact they had. It looks like it belonged to Magi. Great. I mean, that's sarcastic, by the way. The Magi Vault in Galaxy City was destroyed during the incident. There's probably hundreds of dangerous artifacts floating around in Paragon now. At least we've got one of them. We're getting reports, however, of more missing people. Probably the Hellions' work. Cursed artifacts, crazy cultists, missing people. Never a good sign. Red Hood type of guy? Yeah. Crime is indestructible, so I'm going to control it. Exactly. I will actually be providing protection when I demand protection money from someone. The Magi Vault, yeah, okay, yeah, got that. You're right. On that one, Bruisefather, we need to find out where the Hellions are keeping all these people. Did you find out anything else? No, that's all. What's next? Well, I think I have an idea what we could do next. It's a little crazy, but it might just work. What do you have in mind? We need to find one of the Hellions' bases and get information on what they're planning and where they're holding those hostages without them knowing about it, which means you'll need to get yourself some information in a disguise. I just might have an idea. We're getting reports about Hellions loitering around one of the tunnels nearby. An eyewitness said that it looked like they might be guarding a possible supply cache. If you take down a Hellion informant, you can find out where the cache is. After that, you disguise yourself as the informant, get in there, get some information. If we go incognito, we might be able to catch them off guard. And by we, I mean you. Sorry. So, the big hat is to try and make himself look taller. Is it working? No. Maybe I should try lifts. Whoop! Yeah. And I'm going to give him an ability that I haven't given, I don't think, to a single character since I came back to the game. That's the informant we need. Oh. I got him. Take care of this guy. Ah, level 4. We'll get into the warehouse. I have renamed him. We've been trying to find the sort of the most elegant name. I was going to go with, because I'm the Bruisefather, and they're the Bruise Brothers, I was going to go with Bruise Brother Barry, Bruise Brother Ben, that kind of thing. But those names are too long. So right now he is Bruise Brother A. It's so impersonal. I wasn't that fond of it, but I think we had a much better idea with Tsukiyomi. His idea of first name Bruise. So yeah, but I'm gonna, I think, stick with the all B's, at least for the first tier. So rename Berry Bruise, like that. I just need to find the evidence. Oh, look. A box full of cardboard. Ritual of Souls. I'm going to take this information and leave. Hi, guys. You guys are having just an awesome meeting. Really. Keep up the good work. Bad work. Totally not actually gangbangers ourselves, though. Trust me. And whenever you go into disguise, for those who may not be aware of it, any of your toggles get toggled off. So you have to manually toggle those back on. Now, we get to train level 4. Level 4 gives us our travel power if we want it. Spoiler, we want it. And I'm going to get super speed. I don't think that I've done super speed on any of my 50-plus characters. I could be wrong about that. We have a robot mastermind over here. That's the highest tier of the robots. I don't think I'd seen that before. Pretty cool. Okay, they've gone with a Snow White theme, so they've named them after the dwarves. We got Sleepy, Happy, so on. My robot is named after Ed 209 from RoboCop. But in a similar theme to this one, my demons are named after Muppets. I want dual wield, but no. Speed, super speed. How fast am I? Super. And let's see. This can go there. That can go there and get turned off. That can go there and get turned on. I have super speed, guys. You found information about something called the Ritual of Souls. That doesn't sound good at all. But at least we know where they're going to be performing this ritual. What worries me is who exactly gave this ritual to the Hellions. We can worry about that later, however. We've got some more pressing matters to deal with. More pressing matters? You need me to do your ironing? That's a joke. Not really a joke. There was no time to lose, Bruisefather. You know where the Hellions are preparing this Ritual of Souls. You need to get there and put a stop to them once and for all. The most important thing is to stop that ritual and rescue the citizens who were kidnapped. There's one other thing I'd like you to look into. What's that? I'd like you to see if you can find out who gave them the ritual. If someone was supplying the Hellions with something this dangerous, who knows what else they could be helping? Or who else they could be helping. That's all assuming you can stop the ritual. If not, well, we'll have bigger problems on your hands than who's giving these guys rituals. Good point. Doing more sound effects of the wind blowing past my face. Go get him, Barry. Got him. I'm not above using a little magical action. Borrowed temporary powers, you know? Let's take the elevator. You know, in a fire, you should never take the elevator. But evidently, I never got that message. Got him. Can anyone hear this? Hello, please, someone. Is anyone there, please? I don't have much time. They're going to find me at any moment. I'm here with the other survivors, please. Someone needs to hear this. I'm here. My name is Bruisefather. Who is this? Bruisefather. Oh, it's so good to hear someone. My name is Dana Habashi. Matthew's wife? Matthew, he's safe? He got out of Galaxy City? He is. Hold on, let me get him on the comm. I'll just let those two, okay, I'm gonna listen in. No, I'm not. This time. Question. Can I get a speeding ticket? I mean, I'm doing like 3 times the velocity of the guys in the car. Well, we saved the day, Bruisefather. Those people you saved will be safe, and the Hellions' plan has stopped. I just wish that there was some answer from my wife, that we knew where she was. If only I was able to go back and find her, none of this would have happened in the first place. She'd be safe. Your wife's alive, Matthew. It's not too late to save her. More levels. Hit me with more levels. Oh, merit rewards. Tasty. Nom nom. What did I get? 3. A miserable 3! They can be sold for something like 60,000 credits each. Or they can be converted into something that can be sold for 60,000 credits each. Something like that. You're right, I still have a chance. Not everyone can say that, right? But we need to make sure Atlas is safe. I'll work on my end to see that I can... to see what I can regarding Arachnos. What they're doing, what they're planning, and where they're holding my wife and the other prisoners. I know some people who could use your help right now. They're fighting the good fight in Atlas, but, well, they're losing. There's a lot to be done before Atlas Park can be returned back to normal, Bruisefather. Let's get to work. One of these people who needs your help is a man named Officer Fields, a rookie cop who was part of the Galaxy City PD, and another is a woman named Sandra Castell. You'll only have time to help one of them, but don't worry. There's another hero who was inspired by your actions with the Hellions who's going to help whoever you can't get to. Let's see. Hyperion Way. PPD. I'm trying to remember. I think one of them... Is it Fields? Or it's the Voslock? One of them is the Voslock. I don't want to deal with the Voslock. I hate the Voslock. They're annoying. I dislike them. Trying to help people in Hyperion Way. Last word, PPD needs some help on a murder case. I'm going to go with her. Okay. Wait, he's got another mission for us? No, he doesn't. Okay. We're off to Sandra Castell. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and... Whee! I'm going to grab the freebies. What do we have in the way of enhancements? Anything we can use? Anything we should use? No, they're level 3s. We're going to be level 6 in a minute. After that, they won't be useful. Let me sell them. I'm rich. 2,500 influence. Come on, come on. There we go. Show me your wares. Temporary powers. No, it's prestige enhancements, right? Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Thank you very much, Tubal Cain. I really appreciate that. That's very kind of you. You are far, far too kind. I'm still borderline astonished that people are actually watching them. I think that's pretty common with streamers, that a lot of us, if not all of us, have got imposter syndrome. We just have problem believing anyone would be interested in watching. But thank you. Hi, you're Bruisefather, right? Matthew Hibashi told me that you'd be here to help out. My name's Sandra Costell. I'm one of the survivors of Galaxy City. I was a doctor in a hospital back then, but now I'm doing my best to bring the people of Hyperion Way back together. It isn't easy, though. There's a lot of resistance here. Something bad is happening. What's going on? We have a lot of refugees from Galaxy being housed here. The government has been sending food supplies to them, but someone's been stealing said supplies, leaving the people angry and restless. What's worse is that they're not angry at the thieves. They're angry at the people trying to help them, saying that they should be doing more to protect the refugees. The people on Hyperion Way need to believe that there are people out there who can help them. I think you and I can do just that. Let's get started. Part 1, lay your burdens down. There's a protest going on led by a hero named Ice Drone. He's also from Hyperion Way, and he's trying to make a stand against how the government is handling food supply situation. He's using his role as a hero to incite people, but the government is doing everything they can. Someone is stealing all the food supplies being sent to the refugees. Between that, containing the situation in Galaxy, and all the other normal superpowered crime going on in Paragon City, everyone's stretched thin. Please, Bruisefather, you have to try and talk to Ice Drone and convince him to stop trying to incite people. I'll do my best. Could special effects of super speed be changed? Super speed is fun, but the bright glow... yeah, that's a good question. I'm not sure. I know that there are sort of other versions, I think, of some of the travel powers that are part of the pay-to-win vendor. So they were part of the... what was at that time the subscription benefits? But yeah, I can certainly see how someone would find it annoying. There's similar in Champions Online. There are a number of different visual effects for most, if not all, of the travel skills. And some of them I like, and some of them I do not. Great attraction, just watching someone have fun playing a great game. Definitely have fun. Well, I mean, I try. I don't always have fun. Sometimes I get just monumentally pissed off. So, be aware that happens too. Sometimes I'm not the happy old guy. Sometimes I'm the grouchy old curmudgeon. Many's the time I have cursed out game companies, game designers. In fact, almost all of them at one time or another. But for me, the reason I stream is I'm not, I'm retired. I'm not hoping to make a living out of this. I do this because the streaming is fun. And it's especially fun when I get to, when I have an active chat, I'm a better streamer. And I think the stream is better, and I have more fun. So it's kind of a, fancy word coming. It's kind of a synergy. When the two things come together, I have more fun, and I think then I'm more fun to watch. You're Bruisefather, right? Great to have you here. Grab a sign. Help us tell the government that they'll have no more of their blatant mishandling of the situation. The people of Hyperion Way are hurt and need their more help. It isn't right that they're just letting those supplies be stolen. Don't you have superpowers? You can help track down who's stealing the food supplies. Yeah, I could. But the people in charge need to get their act together. Galaxy's gone now because they didn't have the proper procedures in place. No, Galaxy's gone because a bunch of comets and meteors fell out of the sky. Now supplies for refugees are going away again because the government can't get their act together. Heroes can't just swoop in and make it right. The government needs to take some responsibility in the matter. You have the power to do something about this. What kind of hero are you? I'm the kind of hero that gets to the heart of the problem. What kind of hero are you? I'm the kind who actually protects people. I need to defeat 15 skulls. I'll deal with the skulls and get to the bottom of this if you won't. Skulls! Kill skulls. All right, that's 2. Evidently, that's not 2. That's because those aren't skulls. Those are hellions. It's not a kill-all, it's just a kill a bunch of. I was just killing the wrong bunch of. Now, as I have said, a kill-all is even worse than a kill 10 rats. Escort 10 rats. You have a gift, sir, for describing the indescribable. Don't give the game designers any ideas. There we go. 5 down. See, the only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun is a worse guy with a gun in this case. So that maybe that saying isn't quite applying. Six more. Lady, stop pushing me. Can't you see like we're involved in a firefight here? I tell you. Civilians. 4 more. Where are you going? Where are you going? Two more. Hi there. Bye there. And that. Are those Hellions again? Damn it! Those were Hellions again. So now we will head back and get trained. And this will significantly increase our ability to dish out damage as we'll get another offensive ability. And I think we can now summon up a second thug. Hi, Ms. Liberty. How you doing? You're looking good. You lost weight? And now, do I want dual wield or I want to be able to equip the thugs? I think I get a second thug, in which case equipping the thugs might be better. Crap. Alright, we've got twin shot added. I think we're going to grab the guns. My favorite hero or bad guy? Historically, the one I played the most, if you're talking about in-game, was a Dark Defender when the game was live, and he was named Morgul. The character I've played most on the new live is the character I was playing earlier this evening, the Claws Regeneration Scrapper. Is the character I've played, or at least the highest level. He's the first character I've gotten to 30 on the new servers. The character I've played most as far as time goes is probably my demon summoning mastermind good guy, Steve Constantine, John Constantine's cousin. Well, let's see if in fact I'm correct and I now get 2 of them. I do. I now have 2 of them. Oh, MCU. I was a Batman guy as a kid. When I was a really young kid, I enjoyed the Batman television show. Later on, I thought that Marvel had much better heroes. Mostly because I've always found Superman to be so boring. But DC always had the better villains. Mostly my comic book time was spent personally in buying fantasy and science fiction comic books. For instance, my issue #1 of Star Wars comic book, which is worth a buttload of money. As far as building after a better known hero, I don't think I really ever did it in this game. I did it some in Champions Online. I have sort of a Batman alike over there because they have archetypes more specifically designed to be like a type of hero. And they have a type of hero in Champions Online that's very Batman-esque. And so I did create, use that template for a character that I had played a lot and really enjoyed. All right, we now have Ben Bruise. So we've got Barry Bruise and Ben Bruise, and I, of course, am the Bruisefather. Take the fight to the skulls in the Hyperion Way. I did that. I need to go back to Sandra Costell. And then we'll do the quests with Twin Shot, which frankly I've done so many times, but the XP at the end is so really good. I can't believe the Skulls are trying to act like they're out to help everyone, Bruisefather. These guys are nothing but death-worshipping, drug-dealing thugs. Hey now, Sandra, you say that like it's a bad thing. I don't know who they're trying to fool, but we aren't going to let them get away with it. I'll even help you take them on. I'll personally drag each of them over to the Zig if they think they can take advantage of Hyperion Way. Sorry, things like that make me angry. Eistrone using the people for his agenda against the government, the Skulls using people for who knows what. We need to do something about this. Lay down your burdens. Part 2, Power of the Written Word. Something isn't right with the Skulls, Bruisefather. But it is starting to make sense. Let me explain. Some of the people I've treated have said that they've been hearing of another way around all of this, that someone else is willing to take care of them. I also haven't seen these same people for a few days. I don't think it's a coincidence in the least. They're probably gone off and joined the Skulls, but as much as I want to hate them, I can't. They're being used. All they want is safety and security, but the Skulls aren't going to be the ones to give it to them. That's right, it's going to be the Bruise Brothers, all right? I'll find out what else the Skulls are up to. I agree, I don't think it's a coincidence either that the food supply is going missing. In the middle of all this, I know it sounds jaded, but I think either the Skulls or Eistrone are behind this. I really don't want to believe that Eistrone would put his own political agenda ahead of the needs of the people. I've heard people saying that the Skulls have been directing possible candidates to a park nearby about places to meet. If you can go there, find the instructions, you should be able to track them down. Right. That's going to leave a mark is a joke line I frequently use, and therefore that's going to leave a mark, in fact, is a really, really good suggestion. Oh, here I am. I'm going through trash cans. Yeah, I'm definitely a hero. At least for a change, I'm not in a sewer. Speak with Deborah Rosenfeld. Hi, Deb. A hero? What are you doing here? Wait, you found my note? You're not seriously considering joining the Skulls, are you? No, I'm trying to get to the bottom of all this. Oh, whew. Well, this is perfect. I'm trying to do the same. I think this is actually going to work out much better than I thought. I was going to convince whoever came here to get me information from inside that building, but with you here, I have a better idea. What's that? She hands me a small device. Are we being followed? Did they follow us? Oh, that's okay. Barry and Ben took care of it. A small camera hidden in my jacket. I'd like for you to monitor me while I go inside that building and get some answers. If they start to get suspicious and come after me, I'm counting on you. You come in and get me out. I figure with this, I can get you the information you need to stop the Skulls without them knowing about it. Okay, so I'm going to head back to the other contact, Twin Shot. I'm going to start those quests up. These quests were added after the launch of the game to sort of introduce people to some of the larger concepts in the game. Things like the auction house, the hospital, that kind of stuff. Hey there, kiddo. I've caught sight of you recently and figured maybe you might want some buddies to hang out with. A new day dawning. Introductions are in order. An example of how incompetent this supergroup is that I'm about to work with. Every single time you go into their headquarters, every single time, it's either already been invaded or it gets invaded while you're there. They're just not good at their jobs. Hey there, kid. Name's Twin Shot, but you can call me Twin Shot. Your name's been floating around out there and I'm hearing good things. I figured that maybe you might want to hang out at the cool kids table. Okay, but if I can't have that, maybe you guys? So I'm going to head over to where me and my buddies are hanging out and let them all know you're coming on over. Sound good? Sure, whatever. I'll hang. Cool. Here's the Addy address. I've never actually called it an Addy in my life. Where you can find us and the door code to get in. Stop by whenever, and I'll introduce you to all the rest. Okay. I'm fast. I will note that super speed has little difficulty sometimes dealing with, let's say, altitude changes, where there's a wall and no obvious way up the wall. So you run around till you find the stairs. It's, flight is just you go, and super jumping is you go boing, boing, boing. Teleportation, just go. Super speed, you go. This sounds like the place Twin Shot told you to show up at. And the intercom terminal, let Twin Shot know you're here. My name is Bruisefather. Twin Shot sent me. Words begin. Searching. Imposter. Real identity. Arachnos infiltration agent. Initiating self-destruct sequence in T-minus 5 seconds and counting. It's not funny, Twin Shot. Really not funny. Hey there, Bruisefather. How'd you going, huh? No. Should have seen your face. Don't want to see yours. At least you didn't try to blow up the terminal the way Flambeau did when I pulled that trick on her. What was that all about? It's something I do to all the new guys. Keeps them on their toes. Not really. So even though you think you're cool, my buddies might think you're a square, Now, I already put in a good word for you. This should be easy. Let me go introduce you. Well, given the fact that every single time, including this time, Their home base is invaded. Yeah, I guess they think it is a joke. Hi, Proton. Hello, let me introduce myself. I am Proton. And I welcome you here into my lab. It may not be much, but considering my usual circumstances, this is the best I could cobble together on short notice. Unusual circumstances? Oh, that's a long story, and one that I'll be happy to share once we get to know each other a little better. Although I'm looking forward to that time, currently, I'm in the midst of running some very important analyses of recent data I collected. And I need every moment I can get that affords me peace and quiet. I apologize for disturbing you. Oh, no, I didn't mean to imply that you were the one disturbing. Proton looks in the other direction, at the new guest with a look of disappointment on his face. I take it this is the person. Oh, darn. Well, it would seem that my experiment will need to be concluded later. Ah, then it is her. Ah, Flambeau, my dear. Yes, I'm doing science again. A lot of science, actually. One could say I'm doing, tons and tons of the science. Perhaps I should let you get back to work? No, that's quite all right. I'm certain that I'll be unable to get any work done for, unfortunately, a very good while. However, I do thank you for your kindness. Friend, not everyone is so understanding. He looks to Flambeau with a polite smile on his face. Flambeau, have you met our new friend, Bruisefather? I'll talk with her so you can get back to work. You turn and talk with Flambeau. Hi, Flambeau. Hey there, name's Flambeau because I'm hot. Like, hot because of fire, right? And also because, well, I'm hot. Oh, well, I see. Don't listen to her. She's just jealous. Keep trying to tell her that the brooding emo look is so last year. That's interesting, I think. What? Where are you going, Proton? Great. Way to go, twin. You just scared him away with your tough guy look again. So I bet you have a lot of questions about me, don't you? Don't worry, it's natural. Most people do. Well, where do I begin? Okay, so I came here to Paragon City because I felt people needed a hero, right? And I knew that I'm totally a hero, okay? So then, twin shot. But I was just getting to... Oh, fine. I guess that pipsqueak is more important than hearing about how I can make fire totally shoot from my hands. Well, I'm coming along too. Let's go find Dillo. Dillo. Upstairs? I'm so fast, I can't even go up the ramp without falling off. I do my own Foley work, everyone. I will not be doing Dillo's dialogue. It's too goofy. Even for me. He's an alien who talks funny. Listen up, kids. Look like we have some unwelcome guests at the door. How about you lend a hand? Evidently, I'm now their security detail. Granted, I do have the nice hat. Okay. Barry, Ben, you guys want to, help out here? I mean...
Come to you as a friend and protector. Let us parley.
Parley?
I am Grim, and I come from another land. I wish to join your group so that I may guard over your safety.
Why do you want to do that?
I have been chosen to bear the honor. It looks more like a wolf the honor.
Mammal humor.
Protecting the city. I see that you are unable to defend yourselves from the Spider Lords.
I was just commenting about that, actually, Grim. They're just really not very good at this.
Well, I guess there is that. How do we know we can trust you? By tracing the silver cord of my aura. Ah, yes, you possess inferior, different senses than I do. Then you will need to use your own judgment, I guess. Then it's settled. I shall choose a small area nearby and make a den. Okay. Totally not mental. Well, it turns out I was a bit more exciting than I had originally planned. What do you think? Do we seem like people you want to hang with? Sure, I'll think about it. Okay, same here. Need to chat with the guys and see what they think about you. That seems fair. Yeah, see you there. Maybe they can say no. That would be helpful. Spoiler, they don't say no. Note, wants me to join up, does not give me her cell phone number yet. I leap! Thanks for stopping by. Everyone seemed to like your style, so they wanted me to ask if you wanted to join up with our team. You know, friends and all that stuff. How's that sound, kiddo? I'm really... Boy, right in the nose. Ask about available missions. Hey there, kiddo. So I was thinking... You hold your own pretty well with those Arachnos guys storming the place last time, right? But you could always use a couple of pointers here and there. Now, I could show you a thing or two, but I'm not really a good teacher. However, I know someone who would put you in touch with. Interested? Sure. You can find her outside City Hall. The name's Ms. Liberty. So this is where you get the sort of, I don't say run around, but they run you around to various locations. They start here. You talk to her. Wrong. There we go, Ms. Liberty. I'm Twin Shot's friend. She said you could give me pointers. Oh, you're Twin's friend? I know, I've seen you around before. Well, yeah, you trained me. Didn't know you were hanging out with her. Let me tell you, it's something about that girl. She's got a good heart, you know. Any friend of Twin Shot's a friend of mine. What'd you like me to help you with? Why do I come to trainers for leveling? To level. How do I gain levels? Missions and beating people up. How do I know when to come to you? You get this big wow sound, visual effects and stuff. You mentioned others. Where are they? They're all over Paragon City. Okay. Wants me to go King's Row and talk to Blue Steel. Probably not actually named after the famous emote of Zoolander. Probably not named after the Zoolander emote. King's Row. There's Barry, and there's Ben. And one of them changed from a black guy to a white guy while we were on the monorail. Ganymede needs to talk to you in the Pocket D. You can find an entrance in King's Row. I think that's for the Valentine's Day event. I think. Talk to Blue Steel. See, I told you. Blue Steel. I will now do my Blue Steel impersonation as I speak to Blue Steel. Hello there, citizen. Are you in need of training suggestions today? Actually, Ms. Liberty sent me to you for more pointers. Oh, I see. I take it you're an up-and-coming hero. Good. This city... I can't do it anymore. Can use all it can get. Makes my nose itch. As you can tell, this part of the city is still struggling to get the street crime under control, which is why I'm here.
What kind of pointers you're looking for? That tram I came on, does it only go here? Nah, it heads all over the city. All these different maps. Of course. Now he wants me to beat 10 skulls up. Fortunately, me and my boys, we can do this. Guys? Guys? Ooh, a bone daddy. I've received my first piece of invention salvage, which is used for crafting. Oh, another bone daddy. I didn't realize. I've received my first tip. I didn't even use my circumcision special attack. Another level for me. How many more do I need? 5 more. Barry, Ben, want to take care of those? The building that used to stand in this spot was destroyed by the archvillain known only as the Teal Serpent. While statesmen battled the Serpent in an epic battle that ranged for miles, the monumental Atlas turned his attention to the people trapped inside the building. With a gentleness to rival his strength, he picked apart the ruins with his massive fingers, freeing 243 people who otherwise would have perished. That's a hero. Those are lost, so I don't need to hurt them. I need to hurt skulls. I wish my friends were a little faster on their feet. How many I need? I need 3. Guys. Guys. All right, guys. Him. Two more. And these two will do very nicely. All right. We have taken care of those losers. Leveled somewhere in there. We'll get a little training from Blue Steel. Check the enhancements. Shauna Stockwell's looking for Heroes. Another new contact. Manage. We'll move this up to there. level 7, so those wouldn't last very long. That one would, but I can't use it. Alright, back to Twin Shot. Oh, I'll give her a call. Hi, Twin Shot. You want to hang out? You're back, kiddo? Hoping Liberty and Steel managed to drive a few of those pointers home in that thick noggin of yours. Stop calling me kiddo. I do not have a thick noggin. Ha ha ha! I'm joshing with you. Remember, though, whenever you feel the need to up your powers... I up my powers, Twin Shot, so up yours. A bit more, always hit a trainer. Even if you have to ride from one end of the city to the other, it's worth it. Get in touch with me in a while, kid. Might have something in store for you. How's it going, kiddo? Blah, blah, blah. Touches the earpiece. Heads up, kiddo. Proton is sending out a distress call. He needs our help ASAP. Of course he does. There's been another invasion of the building. Defend the Shining Star Space. So, I think I mentioned this. We're now 2 for 2. I waited for you guys. Where's Ben? Where's Barry? Really, these two just... Okay. Barry was changing out of his white face, evidently, and becoming black again. So... I mean, I'm glad that I'm an egalitarian gang leader. That race doesn't matter, only a certain, inherent sociopath nature. Willingness to inflict suffering, even death on others for your own advantage. So, yeah, that's good. And in we go again. From the minor blast marks, it would appear that the Arachnos used expertly localized explosives to blow open the door. Now is when you think you might have been a better idea for Twin Shot to have joined you. Now you will all die, Ben. Barry, you want to, I don't know. Air this bleeper out? Consider it dead, ready for anything. This console is linked to the security system that Proton recently put in place due to Arachnos intruders gaining entry so easily the last time you were here. It would seem that it was installed a little too late. Warning, intruder alert, several live camera feeds, scan the first floor, you observe the cameras, facility, blah, 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 scan the second floor. Dillo is fending off multiple Arachnos attackers, blah, 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 blah. Top floor is swarming with Arachnos. Lock down the terminal. And there, she pops out. That's the second time I snuck up on you. Yeah, instead of sneaking up on me, why don't you sneak up on the bad guys who have come into your digs? You clown. Well, Arachnos invasion unit. You cannot defeat us, heroes. Well, we probably can. Yeah, I've just done the quest line with her so many times that I find it boring. And I find her character really annoying. I did mention that I can turn into a crabby old man at the drop of a hat. The drop of a blue top hat, evidently. Talk to Twin Shot. Alright, Twin Shot.
What did you find on the cameras? Dillo's facing off against a bunch of them upstairs. Oh, why didn't you say so? Okay, Dillo just showed up. Oh, I guess because I didn't talk to her downstairs. Alright, well, we got rid of... Okay, took care of Dillo. Horb! And we're back to the fact that he talks funny. That's his gimmick. He talks funny. He's from another planet and he talks funny. Travel to the 3rd floor. Hi, Grim. Obviously, you've been really helpful, standing here next to the elevators, guarding them after they'd already gone upstairs. Good work. Barry, Ben, want to do your thing? Oh, well, they're both Arachnos invasion units. Barry, Ben, get to work, please. I'm ready for anything. Except stairs. You don't know how to handle stairs, do you, Barry? It's really tough to get good help these days. Talk to Proton. What am I supposed to do? I'm on it. Use Proton's computer console. What's the code? Alpha 1 Prime. Fantastic work, Bruisefather. Well, that's kind of why I'm in charge. Really, these are the least competent superheroes in the entire damn city. Twin shot, ask about available missions, anything I can do to help. Appreciate the help. Find Proton at City Hall. Okay, yeah, this is one where it's showing you where certain game functions are. Again, as part of a sort of a belated tutorial that they probably wished they'd had in at the game launch. So first they take you to City Hall, which is where you can create a supergroup. Next up is the hospital. That's where you go if you're ever defeated. You know, the mobs beat you up faster than you can beat them up. Of course you don't die. It's a superhero game. Nobody dies. They may get retconned, but they don't die. If you get defeated enough times, you can get experience debt, which instead of losing XP, basically you have a certain amount of XP debt, and half of the XP you earn goes to advancement and half goes to paying off the XP debt. Once it's all paid off, then all of your XP goes back to advancement. We used to joke back in the day when the game was originally live that playing a blaster on live, you were spec'd for XP debt.
Next up is Grim at the police station. In other words, you'd spend so much time getting your ass kicked as a blaster, especially playing solo, that you always had XP debt and were paying off half of all the XP you got to pay off your debt. And yet at that time, we also referred to the game as City of Blasters because blasters were so much fun. Doing all the DPS is fun. Coincidence. Grim. Next up, the consignment house. This is the equivalent of the auction house in-game. Flambeau. And now go to the vault. I think the vault is where player-created content is available. It's not something I ever really used back in the day. Or have used in this day. So I'm not all that familiar with the functions. Mission, go inside the vault. I did that. Return to contact. Okay, so talk to Twin Shot. Sinclair, are you serious? You even know who Justin Sinclair is? Oh boy, this just got big. I'll save Manticore. Manticore is sort of like if Bruce Wayne, everyone knew Bruce Wayne was Batman. That's Manticore. He's a rich guy. Everyone knows who he is. He's Manticore. And he fights crime. Because in City of Heroes, that's what you do. It's your job, right? Board transit. Pardon me, guys. We gotta save Manticore. There were clues leading us to believe that he had been kidnapped. Dun, 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 dun. So we'll finish this mission, and then I'll call it an evening. That'll get us up over level 8. Might even reach 9. The XP is really good for the missions in the Twin Shot arc. So I'm salty about Twin Shot because I've done this so many times. Like probably 40 times since the game came back. Oh, Barry, Ben, you want to take care of this Yachts, please? Good job. All right, this one, guys. It's wasted. I'm ready for anything. Hey! Was that, strictly speaking, necessary, sir? Ow! He shot me! Fine, we're going to let Ben and Barry start things off. And that's level 8. And since I've leveled up, all these mobs are now a level lower than they were 10 seconds ago. Guys. 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 It is so hard to get good help these days, you know? While we've got our buffs up, I'm going to keep hitting things. thinking so. Oh, look, there was one behind us. Now there's not. Defeat enemies in the council chambers. I think there's like one in here. Yeah. Guys, please. Guys. Hey, he could have a bat cave down here. Get him. Nobody in here. Nobody in here. Nobody in here. That wolf spider's applauding for me. That's really nice. I guess he's rooting for me. He doesn't have to do that. I'm really grateful. A lot of times arachnos, they don't seem to appreciate your effort in defeating them utterly. We may be thugs, but we're thugs with a cause, you know? Cleaning up the city. Mostly so that we can run it, but we'll run it in a, I don't want to say a benevolent dictatorship kind of fashion, but sorta, a little. Benevolent-ish, if that's a thing. Did he punch that guy out of midair? Impressive. Alright. Down. Or up. I guess that was up. It was the up arrow, so yeah, probably up. Arachnos Kidnapper. Oh, look at me. I've got a grenade launcher. Aren't you special? I don't have a grenade launcher. You missed. You guys got these big freaking cool laser club things and you missed. I mean, isn't that a little embarrassing? I mean, just a little embarrassing. And it's Manticore, but he's not being held hostage. It was all a test. And I passed. Got some more reward merits. 3 more. So we'll train up for level 8 and call it an evening. Old man falling apart. This is not news. What? Speed phase. Oh, it's like a speed 4. So there's like a super speed version on super. I wondered what the second movement skill was. Super jump gets double jump. The mystic flight gets mystic teleport. Regular flight gets afterburners. Let me sell all of the sellable stuff here. Train up. All right, we've got empty clips, which is an offensive thing for me. Or equip thugs. Equip thugs. What this will allow me to do is, well, equip my thugs. So, let's see. You target one, and where is it? There it is. Why not work? Huh. Why? What am I doing wrong? Why isn't it working? I don't know why it's not working. I'm confused. Let's try dragging it down like that. It's not working. If I press the button? No. No. Ranged, equip thug. Info. What's wrong? I don't know why it's not working. Equip your thug henchman with much better ammo weapons training. Power permanently bestows new weapons and abilities on your thug henchmen with powers. But it does have to be used. Because otherwise, when you mouse over it like that, it would show a little red A for being an automatic power. I'm going to pop out and back in really fast. Because I'm confused. I've used it countless numbers of times on my other masterminds. All right, well, there's Ben and Barry. I don't know why it's not working. I am very confused. to unsummon and resummon my thugs. I can't unsummon them. You cannot command your pets in current state. What the hell state is that? I'm in California. That was not a very funny joke. I can't command them. So that explains why I can't do anything with them. I can't command them. I can't command them. I can't command them. Okay, then that's maybe because I'm running at super speed. Okay, I can dismiss them now. So now I should be able to resummon them. Now everything should work. I guess it doesn't let me do it while I'm in super speed mode? That's very strange. All right, we've got Barry and Ben are back. There we are. Okay, now they're showing up as... They have super leap, I guess to keep up with me. Resistance, and they've been equipped. So, yeah. So they're now equipped. All right, good. Well, we got it figured out. I'll just have to keep that in mind, that when I have the Speed Force equivalent thing turned on, the speed phase, that I can't interact with them. Weird. Okay, but I'm going to call it here. I want to thank you guys very, very much for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it, as always. I should be back tomorrow at my usual time of 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Middle of the night in Europe. I want to thank Nod Knox for the resub. I appreciate that very much. I want to thank Arethius for the raid, and those who got raided and stayed around, thank you, and those who didn't, thanks for hanging around as long as you did. Again, to all of you, thanks guys. Hopefully you will see me soon. I'll be back tomorrow at my usual time. I hope the rest of your Wednesday night goes great. Remember, hump day, if you have a normal work schedule, you're on the downhill slide towards Thursday, Friday, and the weekend. I'm back tomorrow. Have a great night tonight. Take care. Ciao for now. Good night, guys.